Visitor level 4.
The way I look at how bonus experience works in a lot of these games too, I almost think that Zestiria did have the right idea with the way that it actually gave you an experience penalty for playing on higher difficulties. It really did help keep the difficulty more consistent throughout.
Other balance decisions it made did not.
Are you still thinking about the Chimeriad?
I suppose I am.
Perhaps you'll see them again in another dimension.
Possibly. This has all helped me realize.
I wonder if Berseria makes the same
I need to find
adjustment.
Tanner. Will you help me?
Of course I'll help.
Thank you. I'm glad to have you as an ally.
Let's return to Triglav.
Oh,
Not such a greedy bastard.
Let us return to Triglyph, indeed. We have some business there. There were a couple pretty good skills in there. Impregnable
find
guard
Tanner.
for
I'm
Alvin.
sure he's somewhere in the city.
yeah.
I'm sure he's somewhere in the city.
As we walk past him.
What do you want?
Kyle was concerned about you. He even threw a punch at me.
He what? Whatever, me and him are through.
If that's the case, let me tell you a story.
Eh,
It was a time when I had people I could call friends. They sacrificed their own lives so that I might achieve my goal. Now, they are gone.
never heard of friends like that. That sounds like something else.
Perhaps so. They were subordinates first and friends second. I'm sure each had his or her own hopes and dreams, but circumstances got in the way of those dreams. We had obligations, which is why I now stand before you, alone.
You don't seem too broken up about it.
There was a time when I lost my composure, and because of that, when Kyle struck me, I did not know how to respond.
Ha! So you do regret what happened to them?
No, it just made me think about how things would have been different had we merely been friends.
Where are you going with this? What's your point? What the hell are you trying to say?
That I envy you, I suppose, for having friends who would stand by you even when they hold different beliefs.
Tanner! Erston, listen, about what happened.
My story is done here. I'll be on my way. What about you?
I'm not gonna say nothing with you watching.
Fair enough.
We need to at least buy some more fruit yakisoba.
Yeah.
Or no, we don't. So do we have any thing else we can do other than advance the plot? Or is that what we're doing?
I know. We need to... Yeah, we have Oh, that's not the right charger. Okay. So, just vent list. Harpy edges. What did we
We
need
need
for
one
that again?
something claw. I don't remember which claw.
Should we try and get that?
I think we haven't turned in the water bottle windmill job because we didn't pick it up because we had a full list. We have to pick it up. That's immediately important and useful. What are the rewards from the 2 jobs we're sitting on?
Nice one.
Hey, we can turn one of them in.
Okay, so we have to go to Laurent. But yeah, so...
I mean, there's no urgency in that whatsoever. It's worth a trivial amount of money, and it's just worth the sealed Xillia. Which, you know, it's nice to have, but it doesn't do anything for us.
I know, I'm getting annoyed of it being there for so long, you know?
It's not like
You
it
know
has
how
plot
that is.
events associated with it.
No, it doesn't. But it's just sitting there taking up a spot.
A spot that we won't even be able to fill until we complete the next story chapter anyway.
There's one problem there, Jude. He'll never be proud of you.
I mean, in the context of their world, like, just look at all the people Jude's friends with. Jude wouldn't even have to do anything to be incredibly important in their world. Just based on the connections he has, you know?
Sorry for all these calls, but if I don't get your money, I'll get a pink slip.
You wonder how we call you a friend
Yes.
after all this? The answer's actually very simple. Exactly.
We don't.
As I recall, I only asked for Luger and Maxwell.
We don't trust you spurious people.
Oh, why don't you tell me how you really feel, Dr. Mathis? I didn't expect that much spine from one who claims to support both Spyrix and spirits.
The accord twixt the two nations has been ratified. Adversity can be a strong foundation for peace.
How selfless of you to come all this way to give me your report. Both as a CEO and a citizen, I'm overjoyed.
I take it that you're Beasley Bakor. Looking at you, you do appear to be a formidable man.
And you, I would presume, must be the true Maxwell.
My Mila was true too, you know.
You are correct.
Every inch as proud as I'd expect from the Lord of Spirits.
The dimensional abyss has stabilized.
Then I shall transfer you the coordinates of the fractured dimension containing the final waymarker.
Have you uncovered the identity of the last waymarker yet?
No. That said, you should find it easily enough. Focus your search on the divergence catalyst, as in any other case. If Dr. Mathis and his friends are willing to cooperate, you are sure to succeed.
I'll cooperate with Luger, but I do it on my own terms, to fulfill my duty.
Indeed. We cooperate because we want to, not because we are ordered to.
Exercising your own free will, huh? That is humanity's strength. You have some steadfast friends, Luger. The final waymarker is within our grasp. In this grand endeavor, I wish you Godspeed.
You put a lot of trust in Luger.
With good reason. The key of Kresnik is mankind's last hope. Only he can overcome Origin's trial.
No pressure, right? Luger?
Seriously?
I know you're such a greedy bank.
I didn't expect the company president to see us off personally.
Is there new equipment we can
Shelton,
buy here?
huh? It's been ages.
It takes me back to when we all first met.
Conductor Ilbert?
Yes, I am Rowan Ilbert. I was once the steward for House Cheryl. A pleasure to see you again.
How dare you!
How dare I what?
You take me for an idiot? I don't know who put together that costume of yours, pal, but it's not fooling me.
Costume?
Don't play dumb. Conductor Ilbert died 8 years ago. He was murdered. Have you no shame?
Rowan was murdered?
Where have you been? It was a big deal in Riza Maxia. King Gaius threw him a state funeral and everything.
Huh?
Who murdered him?
No one knows. They found the body floating in Lake Xillia in Olympias.
Lake Xillia.
Now, I've had enough of your sick little joke. Buzz off.
Intriguing. A fractured dimension in which I've been murdered.
But if everyone here already knows about Olympias, and Rowan died 8 years ago...
This fractured dimension must be several years ahead of the prime dimension.
Anyway, let's investigate the murder scene.
First, though,
I'm pretty sure it's just the same exact question.
well, there's that, and there's the time capsule.
Sorry for all these calls. If I don't get...
They said the murder scene was at Lake Xillia in Olympias, correct?
That is what they said. But visiting the site of my own murder, I can't say I'm looking forward to this.
Hey, it's no sorry to bother
Okay, okay,
I
will
wonder
you
if the time capsule we buried is here in this world too.
An interesting question. Shall we visit the manor to see for ourselves?
Luger? You know, you're such a greedy bank.
In the short time since we first met, you've grown so much that you really seem like the same man. Don't give me that look. Trust me, it's written all over your face. As to what challenges await us ahead, your guess is as good as mine. However, whatever road fate has laid before you, I intend to see you safely to its end. That's a promise I make, not as the Lord of Spirits, but as a friend. You are not alone. Never forget that.
This is where the time capsules are, right?
Correct. Burying them here was Lady Drisell's idea.
Should we dig them up?
Does it make a difference?
Let's dig them all up.
Very well. No need to feel guilt over an unsightly hole. This world will be gone soon enough.
You're gonna open mine too?
So, Spurious Tacticals is a good piece of equipment.
These are exactly the same time capsules that we buried.
Interesting.
This dimension's history was identical to the Prime's until some point in the past.
Perhaps my death was the point at which the two split.
The death of a nation's prime minister would certainly leave a mark on history.
Rowan, don't you want to meet this dimension's Drisell?
I'd better not. Nothing good would come of it.
Luger, you know you're such a greedy bank.
Just look at those stats. And a chance to revive the user.
Anything else? Okay, so yeah.
And since this is a fractured dimension, I do not believe we can just jump. We have to actually navigate there.
Well, I was more thinking if I could just warp back to the entrance of Sherrilton, it would save me a couple screen transitions, you know?
A couple bits of harassment from Nova.
That too. Like, if you were a debtor and you were being called like this, like,
Sorry to bother
you could sue them in court. Like, this would not be
This
legal.
world does not seem to have a good legal system.
Stewer, Rowan? What kind of stews did you make?
Steward. Is that even a word?
I wasn't her stewer. I was her steward.
Oh, I know that word. It's like a handmaid, right?
Steward.
Steward is another word for butler. I served Lady Drisell, the Lord of Sherrilton.
Does this affect Elefinity? She is in this scene.
Yeah, I know what I want to answer.
I think that's
you
actually
do, too.
Rowan Affinity too.
I could. Yeah, that is Rowan
A
Affinity.
steward wears a pinafore dress and white gloves and prances around with a feather duster.
Huh? Rowan wears dresses?
Now, Elle. The human heart is extremely complex. You need to keep an open mind.
Wait, what?
It's quite a relief to hear you say that. At first, Lady Drisell had to force me to wear the dress. But when I saw my reflection, I was stunned by my beauty. On that day, I was truly born anew.
Huh?
Ah, come now, Luger. Don't think too hard on such playful banter.
Like that That would be pretty amazing if you could get like an optional costume.
You should be
for Rowan
ashamed
that
of
falls.
yourselves.
He's just prancing around in a
I'm
dress.
just remembering his other costume that we had so much fun with.
I mean, he still has that in this game.
But I don't believe he's involved in nearly as amusing of a scene for him to be wearing that costume.
A dress would be pretty incredible.
Yeah, for anyone unaware, we are big fans of Rowan's swimsuit costume. It is one of the most amusing ones. Incredible that this boat only goes to one harbor.
I guess Rowan's death really shook this nation. So much so that they started only sending boats to one port.
Just what happened in this world?
It'd be great if that was at free.
What a cute little glowy duck thing.
Oh, does this affect the Elefinity?
No.
It's a spyrite.
Whew, found you. Don't go running off like that.
Excuse me, but is that a spyrite?
Huh? Yeah, what else would it be?
Does it ever, lose control of itself?
Good heavens, no. I mean, he gets into trouble once in a while, but he's a good little spyrite.
Where might we learn more about spyrite technology?
Well, you could try the Spurious Corporation, I guess, but I doubt they'll tell you anything worthwhile. It's not really in their interest to spill any secrets. They have a total monopoly on the spyrite market.
Spyrite technology is everywhere in this world.
Perhaps the Jude of this dimension could tell us the secret to making spyrite technology viable.
One more question. Have you ever heard the name Jude Mathis?
Sure, in school. He's the guy who brought spyrite technology to the masses. How about that, Jude? Shame how he died, though. It's been a few years, but I still remember all the news stories about that mass murder. All those bodies bobbing in Lake Xillia. Ugh.
Wait, I'm dead too?
Clearly, we need to get to this Lake Xillia. It's turning out to be quite the crime scene.
Is dying like what happened to Mila?
I'm wondering, is this when the shops open in this area?
Hey, Jude. What was that weird animal thing? Jude? Hello? What's his deal?
What? Why are you suddenly doing backflips?
Because you were spacing out.
Sorry about that. I was just thinking about those spyrites.
That's what you wanted to make all along, right? So, good job?
That's true, but I can't help but wonder if their development might be connected to,
Can't you just be happy like a normal person? I don't like seeing you moping around like this. It reminds me of Mila.
You're absolutely right, Elle. After all, now I know success is possible. I should be happy about that.
Exactly. Kind of like...
On second thought, I'll think of a different example.
I mean, the shops have
Well,
been
the shop's
open
in
here
the
for a
middle.
while.
There's other shops that open later on the edges, you know? That...
Well, they weren't open before, but I think they opened quite a while ago. There's probably nothing...
I think they've actually have yet to open.
Look at all the spyrites.
Nature seems to be bouncing back.
Jude.
You two really get each other, huh?
Yeah.
This is simply the way Jude is. Please try and understand.
Wait, you found something strange in Lake Xillia?
While I was fishing, I reeled it in by accident.
Wait a minute. I know that thing. This is the stuffed animal the governor of Sheraldton asked us to look for.
Right. Apparently it was that poor little girl's most prized possession.
Why did it show up now? She's been dead for years.
They never did find the killer, you know. Damn thing's probably cursed.
Tipo. Which means the murdered girl was none other than...
Elise.
What in the world happened at that lake?
Let's make haste for Lake Xillia. The culprit must be long gone, but perhaps we can obtain some more information about the deed.
Lake.
It's a shame we never get a Tipo reaction to finding Tipo in that state.
So it is possible. We can make a world free of Spyrix.
I suppose you could say this is an ideal future. In that one sense, at least. Drellin's so full of restaurants. The entire city smelled fantastic. Just thinking about it makes my stomach growl.
Really? At a time like this? Clearly all that time in the Abyss did nothing to steady your metabolism.
Oh, food is the fundamental building block of life, Jude. And you can't fight on an empty stomach.
Everyone's talking about food, and now I'm hungry.
As am I. When do you imagine we'll be eating?
Your cooking has them all eating out of your hand, Luger.
Indeed. Although I understand that Elle's father is quite the cook in his own right.
He sure is. He's the best cook I've ever met in my life.
Defeating Luger in the kitchen is no easy feat. I hope I get the opportunity to try his cooking one day.
Well, if you're that eager, when I see him again, I'll ask him for you. Maybe he'll take pity on everyone and cook for all of you.
I certainly hope he does.
Well, that would be most generous of him.
Slaves to your appetites. The whole lot of you.
I just thought of something too. So... Special, okay.
Are you planning to use Jude instead of Rowan?
Yeah, better link arts on Jude.
Well, in that case... Rowan has some skills that help out with casting. Speedcast 2 in particular was one I was thinking about.
2 and 3 are really both useful.
Those are not useful because he cannot art tune right now.
Yep.
That's horrible. What's charismatic stance do? It's an amusing skill, but not really a useful one. Damage control isn't awful. Mila will get it. Life up, and honestly, he's out of useful skills.
And of course now, since there's green on in Olympius, it's now playing the Rashugal world map music. That was a lot.
Have we maxed out any characters since we've... It's a no. Look. Rowan's maxed wind. Nothing's changed for Alvin.
He's had, yeah. She's pretty far behind.
So not a whole lot's really changed. Other than Rowan maxing wind, that's really been the only event. There was an ore right over there, and you just chose not to get it.
Well, I didn't choose not to get it. I didn't see it.
I'm guessing any treasure in this area has a high likelihood of being useful.
Yeah?
Because I've just been thinking, as you've probably picked up on, that it's been a while since we've gotten equipment upgrades.
I mean, we've had access to the full overworld for a while. I mean, this is pretty typical for games to, you know, once you pass the point where you're getting equipment upgrades from shops, it becomes longer between upgrades.
There are still shops that haven't opened up, though. Like the second floor of Finmon is an example. And I've also been noticing what a large upgrade the couple random pieces of equipment we found from like Quest and such have been. Like that armor we got for Mila from that turn-in was really pretty nice.
Sorry for all these calls.
No, you are not.
It's kind of a strange design decision that the threshold of how much money you can have goes down when you begin the story chapters versus the between chapter stuff. It pretty much sets you up, if you're playing with large amounts of money, to have this happen every time you start a story chapter. Though I believe we're getting pretty close into the game to the point where that mechanic goes away.
It's, I think, the end of chapter 14, I think, maybe, is when it goes away. 14 or 15.
That's backward.
So I was thinking that was a different area. This area up here where it has that side branch.
So none of the treasure's really been particularly good. Hasn't been terrible. Worth having.
We've gotten a lot. We've gotten a lot of ore. There are a lot of turtles here.
Turtles.
So.
You know, I always figured that area was supposed to be part of the lake bed, but I guess it's just a lower area that was not supposed to be filled with water either way.
Oh,
yeah.
Eat out across the cliff.
Do we need to eat our fruit yakisoba now?
Oh, there's no fights until the boss, so might as well.
Everything is so lush.
So this is where they found the bodies of all the victims.
Does anyone live over there?
It's my son.
You know, this one's really pretty
Didn't
appropriate.
I ever tell you?
Ah, you were joking. Aren't jokes meant to be funny?
It's not his house. It's mine. That's my house. I live there with my daddy. Daddy!
Elle!
It's been quite a while since we've used one of these.
Is that really Elle's house?
How could it be? This is a
Daddy.
Welcome home, Elle.
Where are the bad guys?
They're gone now.
Are you okay? Oh, Daddy!
mask.
So that's Elle's father.
This dimension's version of him, anyway.
Right. It's easy to forget sometimes.
In our dimension, this house didn't even exist.
Could he be the catalyst?
Seems my girl's been in good hands. I'm Victor. Where are my manners? It's been too long since I've had guests. Please, join me for dinner. What do you say, Luger? I hope it sufficed.
Yes, thank you. You delivered quite a feast.
It's pretty tasty stuff, huh?
Beats my cooking. You'll be as good a cook as me someday. I know it. Give it 10 years.
Maybe sooner than that, Daddy. His cooking is already super tasty. And you gotta try his L-style Mapo curry.
I haven't enjoyed a meal this much in 10 years.
I think I ate too much. I think it's Daddy's fault for making my favorites.
You earned them all, my dear.
Victor, there's something I'd like to ask you.
You're curious about the mask, I'd wager. My face was scarred in battle long ago.
Not that.
What is it then? Who are you? Elle's father, of course.
In a sense, but...
But I'm from this dimension. Is that it? Let me dispel any doubts. I really am this Elle's father.
That would mean Elle.
Yes. My daughter was born with a power that only a few Kresniks have ever possessed. She can manipulate space and time, a skill lost in the Prime Dimension.
She's the key of Kresnik?
So the power was never Luger's to manifest.
He knew the truth of it all along.
What are you planning to do with the key?
You see, the key has its limits. And you stand in my way, Luger. I don't want to wake my daughter. Let's step out. Impressive view, yes?
Has Spyrite technology been perfected in this dimension?
It has, and you perfected it 8 years ago.
I see.
But then, I killed you.
Why in the world would you do that?
I didn't stop at Jude either. I killed you in this dimension as well. Alvin, Leia, and even Elise. I killed you all. You tried to stop me from killing Beasley. Even Julius took your side. Beasley made a grave mistake when he tried to take Elle from me.
I'll ask you again. What are you plotting?
I simply wish to live in peace with the real Elle. But that will never happen as long as he exists.
Victor, don't tell me you're...
A fractured version of Luger?
Exactly. I'm the future version of you, and now I shall become a real you.
Hey, what's everybody doing here?
Go back inside, honey. We're just having a little talk.
Daddy!
No need to be frightened, Elle. If we go to the land of Canaan, I can make this all go away, I promise. You and I can live happily ever after, Elle.
We really can?
Stay back, Elle! She's not yours to order around! I'll make a wish to the Spirit Origin to start my life over again! And Elle will be with me, of course. Reborn as my daughter in the Prime Dimension.
I'll be reborn?
That makes no sense. You'll be different people.
But we will still be together!
Daddy!
Everything will be fine. We'll make brand new memories. Come here. This time, Mommy will be with us too.
No. I don't want that! No!
It's mine!
So you lured Luger into this dimension to trade places with him.
Using your own daughter! Yes! I knew El would bring Luger to me! After all, I am the final waymarker! What kind of monster manipulates his own daughter like this? What the hell do you know?! What in the... I killed my father and brother for this power!